Hi Tarot Rebels, and welcome to today's video. I am Michaela from Tarot Rebel and I'm happy to see you joining us. Today I'll show you the Monochromatica tarot deck and what I think of it. Let's see if I'll make it a staple in my collection or not, or in my daily practice. Please remember, this is not a tarot reading. But if you want a reading with me, you can use the details in the description box down below to book one. And let's dig into this. So I got this deck from Kickstarter a couple of months ago. I think it took about 2 months to have it delivered to my house. So I just received it this Friday. However, this is my second try filming this video, because the first one my camera refused to focus around mid filming, so I'm just gonna start it all over again. It's a UK made deck created by Bethan Hamilton, so you can see here that the deck was made in the UK, and this is the box it comes in. It's a very sturdy box. As you can see, this is like a very nice pleasant sensation if you touch the box, and I really appreciate this upside down design of the box. Let's see what it says on the back. Monochromatica tarot deck, a contemporary 78 card tarot deck created from detailed hand-drawn artworks by artist Bethan Hamilton, inspired by the original RWS tarot deck, featuring 22 major and 56 minor arcana. You can see here the name of the deck, when it was made, December 2020, manufactured in the UK. So, and here you can see her website, bethanhamilton.co.uk. It also came very well packaged in a very sturdy box with lots of paper filling to make sure that this isn't damaged. And as you can see, it wasn't damaged at all. It was a very cheap deck in my opinion, because I think I paid around £35 if I remember correctly. I will have to check, but it was a very sturdy box. This is a very sturdy, well-made two-part box for the deck. Maybe it would have been better if it had like thumb holes in this, but at the same time you can easily slide it in and out if you want. And okay, I think that's all I have to tell you about this deck. Also, it came with this very nice print. It's a very sturdy print, and it says, "Thank you for choosing to support my Kickstarter project. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your deck, and sorry for the delay," because it got delayed due to the unnamed panorama happening outside. "And all the best for 2021, Bethan." It looks really nice. I think it was handwritten because it has all the ink stains here. I don't mind it. I really appreciate it. And her socials are here, and you can get the tarot on Etsy, I think, if you want it. I will leave this on the side. Let me put it here so you can see it at all times. And now let's dive into the deck. As I said, this is a reversible cover. Initially, when I was just looking at the top part, and I thought it was, oh my god, the deck was upside down, it was like this, and I was like, oh no, it's just me being clumsy as usual. As you can see, this is quite a big top for this deck. You can use it like this. I personally won't be using it like this. It came wrapped in a white sheet of paper, which is, I would say, ideal if you're trying to save the planet. I was personally happy about it. It came really nicely packaged, I'd say. The box was wrapped in another piece of paper, which was black, and this one was white. I think I might be able to insert some pictures, we'll see. As I said, it's a very sturdy box. As you can see, I really like the sound of it. It's weird, I know. On the sides it says Monochromatica Tarot Deck, first edition, and I think it has the same thing here, yes, but nothing here. And this one is the other way around. You've already seen the back. So let's dive into this. Let's see. This is the deck. It's a standard deck, I would say, in terms of size and width and how it's made. As I said, the backs are reversible, mirroring this image here. Now let's get my trusty Centennial deck, because I need to show you how big it is in comparison. I use this deck for any comparison I need to make. It's very much similar sized, however the Centennial has more acute corners. If you can see, I'm hoping you can see it. See, you can see all the corners, but the width is the same. The length is maybe 1 millimeter shorter. We'll see. So let's see. This is the card. Oops. The Centennial is a bit sturdier, I would say. I don't mind it. I think this is a nice well done deck. And let's try and dive into the cards. So let's start with the Fool. This is the Fool card. I find it very similar to the dog on this card, as you can see, but no person is attached to this. The flower is there, so it's quite reminiscent of the Rider-Waite if you want, but at the same time very abstract and new. I like the design. I think it forces you to think outside the box, which is what you would want from an independent deck that relies on Rider-Waite imagery, but also adds to a deck something new. This is the Magician, a new representation. This Magician doesn't have any of the 4 symbols that are in the Rider-Waite decks. However, the snake here, I like it. The mask, I think it's showing the world what you want to show the world, and at the same time inhabiting that energy. And it's I kind of feel like the Magician is the fake it till you make it energy. And I think it's very telling in this image, for me at least, with that mask on and that kind of a scepter in his hand. The High Priestess, I like it. You can totally see her crown here, and the Moon. It's a very interesting energy with this card. I kind of feel mystical about it. I'm not sure why. I will have to sit with this card, and this is when I need to point out the fact that this deck doesn't come with a physical guidebook, so you can rely on the RWS imagery and knowledge to read this deck. But because of this kind of imagery, you're allowed to add your own layers of intuition and knowledge to the reading that you're performing. The Empress, I'm not super happy about it. It feels like it falls in the standard notion of the Empress with no added layers, but that's just my personal opinion. I like it. It's a really nicely well drawn card, but it doesn't add much to the standard notion. And I have the same thing with the Emperor here. Again, I'm not mad about it. It feels a bit lacking. The Hierophant, I like the 3/3 here, and I think it has it on the chin as well. Maybe you can see it. Definitely. I quite like the triads here symbolizing the Father, the Spirit, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And I don't take this as a knowledge card, which is sometimes the interpretation that is associated with this Hierophant card. However, I do like it a lot. This is one of my favorite cards, the Lovers, and I quite like the yin and yang concept depicted here. It's a very nice, interesting dynamic between these two people, and they have different hairstyles. I think they're both, they look same sex. Not that that's a problem or anything. I just like a different variation of the Lovers card, and I'm enjoying this card a lot. Same with the Chariot. This again doesn't have a human figure on it. However, the horses are there, the black and white is there, the wings are there. So I'm really liking this concept of the card. The Strength card falls into the same category as the Empress and the Emperor. I mean, it doesn't fall too far from the standard knowledge of the card. However, it's not exciting, and it's a bit, how should I put it? It's it's predictable. That's the word I'm looking for. I like the Hermit. I like the Hermit a lot, despite the mushrooms. I'm still trying to understand what that is, so bear with me. However, I like this this Hermit representation, because sometimes we don't feel ready to do the introspection until we get a bit further in life. This Wheel of Fortune, I have problems with, and sadly I mentioned it in my first review, which I'm not going to show you because it's long gone. Let me see if I can find the standard card for the Wheel of Fortune, because it will make more sense. I feel like something's missing in this card, and when I confronted the original, I knew what it was. It doesn't have all the animals, and I think some of them have been changed to something else, and this is where a guidebook would have been handy, because right now it makes no sense why we have only 3 familiars here and not 4, and why do we change one of them, because one of them is not the one. Where is it? Oh, obviously the Wheel of Fortune was the last card. So see here. Okay, the middle part is the same. This figure is like a fox, human-like thing, and then we have the snake, which we have here as well. Then we have the Sphinx. So we have the fox in a way. We have the snake. Am I supposed to think that this is the Sphinx? I don't know. And then we're missing the 4 elements. We miss this eagle, this the symbols of the other signs, the lion, the bull, and I forgot what this is. So it's quite confusing for me. This is some place where a guidebook would have been handy if it was here, but we don't have it, so we'll take it as it is. I really enjoy the Justice card. I like her. I like the dress, I like the scales, I like this the sword, and I like the third eye here, and I like this whole card altogether. This is a weird hangman, because usually if it's not a person, it's a bat. I'm not I'm not upset about it. I'm just saying this is a weird representation of the card, and I'm not sure if I like it or not. And I'm trying to decipher what's happening here. Is it tied or not? I'm confused. This is the death card. I don't know if I mentioned when I was showing you the card, the print. This is the death card. I quite like it. It's a really nice but very straight to the point, very predictable representation of the death card. But one of my favorite cards is this Temperance card. It's a different visualization of the cups pouring into each other, and it reminds me of the Mariel Tarot with Nine of Pentacles, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Hope I'm not, but this is what it reminds me of. And the crown is very interesting at the top. This devil is one of the best and simplest designs of the devil card I've ever seen, and I like it. I really like it. It's the pentagram is on its back. The chains are here. You can barely see them, but they're here. The horns, the everything, the humanoid / goat like look. It's a very powerful card, and I'm not just saying because I'm always drawn to the devil card because it's my card. It's just one of my favorites, my favorite devil cards. This tower, again, very very simple, and yet it tells so much. I really like this card. I'm not able to tell you why. I'm just liking it so much. Then we have the star. This is a gorgeous star. It's about putting yourself out there and following your dreams and I don't know, dancing with the stars, maybe something like that. It speaks about that hope that the star card usually represents. It speaks about renewal. It speaks about wants and desires and wishes and dreams, and it's just gorgeous. Then we have the moon. I like this. It's a very simple, again, very simple, but very it relies on both tradition and thinking outside the box, and it's something I really enjoy about this deck. This sun card, the more I look at it, the more I like it. Usually I dislike the sun card because it's so in your face, it's so loud, and it's technically the sun card is called the happiest card in the deck, and everyone loves it, and everyone says, oh my god, great happiness is coming towards you, you can expect this and this and that. However, it's such a loud card, just like Sun in July, right? And this is a sun card that I appreciate. It's living in the light of your own truth, is walking in the light of your own truth, is living and breathing who you truly are, and I really enjoy this card. The Judgment card. I'm conflicted about this card. On one side, I want to say it's a lovely image, and I think it can be attached to the Judgment card meaning. However, listen to me. Hear me out. This death card is nice, but this could have been a much better death card. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously, I'm not the creator of the deck. I don't have the necessary creative skills to build a deck like this. However, it's a moth, it's a cocoon transforming into a butterfly. And usually that butterfly, that transformation, that metamorphosis is associated with the death card. I can see it working as a Judgment card because of this, I don't know, stepping into a different enlightenment zone, stepping into a different energy level. However, it's a bit of a stretch for me, at least. The World card. Very simple and maybe not very worldly. However, I just like this this card. It's just a beautiful card. I'm not saying in terms of emotions or intuition, it doesn't tap that much into it. I just like it. Okay, those were the major arcanas. Let's move on to the minors, and here we have the beautiful Ace of Cups. I quite like it. Very simple, very reminiscent of the standard card. The Two of Cups in return this is a lovely depiction of the Two of Cups, and I quite like the details of the crowns. I like it. One thing I did note, and it's not something I'm super happy about, if you have the 2 here and the cups here, why have the Two of Cups written here? You could have just the 2 and the cups, or you can have the 2 and nothing on the bottom. That's just my personal opinion. Sometimes it just gets in the way when I look at the cards, and it's too much repetition. It kind of keeps me grounded in the material world, but that's just my personal opinion. The Three of Cups, I quite like it. Different flowers, this is like a pumpkin, I don't know what flowers this is, and this is like a vine, symbolizing getting together and different strokes for different folks, I guess. The Four of Cups, it's always a squirrel somewhere with the Four of Cups. It's basically standard. If you want to create your tarot deck, use the squirrel for the Four of Cups. I don't know, it's just my pet peeve, I guess. I like it. It's a nicely drawn card. It's just This Five of Cups is very pippish. I think it could have been more, but at the same time it's very straight to the point. The Six of Cups with the children, they only have the white flowers I can see here, and none of the roses. Not too bad, I would say. Sometimes if you're not super careful, you might confuse this for the Five of Cups, because it's very difficult to observe, to actually recognize that this is a cup. The Seven of Cups, though, this is one of my favorites, and I was saying the same thing during my filming yesterday. Usually the Seven of Cups is about the illusion of choice, right? And let me give you the Rider-Waite-Smith card just to show you, because sometimes in the standard deck you have the choice of jewelry, I think, money, something else. Let me find it. And it's not super apparent that these are all illusions. However, in this Monochromatica deck, I think it's very apparent, that notion of illusion of choice, because those cups are all empty and they're all the same. See, this is the standard card and this is the new card, and in the standard card you can see there are a lot of things there. There's a snake, there's this reckoning, the jewels, the crown, the tower, the person, the dragon. So it kind of feels like the choices are very different from each other. However, and it's the illusion of choice is not super apparent, and this is why it's sometimes interpreted as being the choice, the unlimited possibilities that life gives you. However, this now actually speaks to me and about that illusion of choice, because you cannot see what's in them. and it's your own perception that fills the cups with whatever you want. If you want money, if you want love, if you want happiness, if you want health, if you want success at work, blah blah blah, and you can fill those cups with whatever you want. And that's the illusion of choice for me. This Eight of Cups it's again another very interesting card. It has the 8 cups, it has the moon, the someone leaving something behind, and in the original design I think the person has the moon behind them. Let's see if I can find it real fast. Okay, yeah. So it's quite resemblant of the original card. It's very minimalistic. I like it. It gave me something to think about yesterday when I was filming this the first time. Is the moon behind it? Is the person leaving something behind? What's happening there? I quite like it. This Nine of Cups though, it's problematic to me, and let me tell you why. It does look like the standard deck Nine of Cups, however that Nine of Cups is friendlier in a way. Let's see, I just saw it. For me it reminds me more of the Four of Pentacles than the Nine of Cups, and let me tell you why. This is the Four of Pentacles. It gives me that greedy energy to it, and then this is the standard Nine of Cups. This is contentment, this is hoarding, this is happiness and fulfillment, this is greed and selfishness, and they both say the same thing to me. Again, this would have been a very nice guidebook moment. We don't have it, so we'll just move on. This Ten of Cups, sorry, I'm still stuck on the Nine of Cups. I don't like the lack of symmetry. You have 6 cups here and 4 cups there, but that's just me picking at things. It's a nice standard depiction of the card where you have 2 people in love with 2 children or not, depending on the author, and these cups are reminding me of the same rainbow and arrangement of cups. Nothing big, nothing major, just a standard definition, as I said. The Page of Cups, you have the fish, cute. The Knight of Cups, I like the Knight. This is the Queen of Cups and her king, and there's a thing I noticed, and I'm gonna point it out here. 2 of the queens are they have their backs turned to us, and their kings are looking at us, and 2 of the queens have their face towards us, and their kings have their backs turned. that was a mouthful. This is a beautiful queen. I like her king. I like them together. Let's see. The crown is seashell. She has the cup. She has the fish. I like it. The king, I like his white eyes and his peace. He looks at me with peace. I don't know if you feel it, but I do. I quite like it. Moving on to the Pentacles, this is a very nice suit. Apart from the Two of Pentacles, that's just horrible. I like the Ace of Pentacles. Just screams abundance. The Two of Pentacles is very graphic in a very weird way. Oh, I have it here. I mean, I do understand that that infinity symbol and that balance thing, and I can see the waves. It's, I don't know, I'm not super happy about it. The Three of Pentacles with the bees, as usual, because the Three of Pentacles signifies collaboration and co-work and working with others and teamwork and blah 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 and so on and so forth. And what's better at expressing that than having some bees doing the work? The Four of Pentacles. This is a really nice representation of the card. However, as I said, we have that with the Nine of Cups, which is very confusing to me. This is a very similar energy to this traditional Four of Pentacles, and I like this card. I don't like the Nine of Cups. Five of Pentacles. Again, I like it. It's an amazing representation of the card. As you can see here, some dried roses, I think. Someone being alone and in pain and suffering. It's a very painful depiction of this card. The Six of Pentacles. This is... I would think the proportions are wrong. But apart from that, it's a very balanced design of the card. The money are on someone's palm, like having their palms out and doing this, but it doesn't make sense in real life. It's not super realistic, and I think this is where I have a problem with. And the other hands, again, they're not super realistic, and they're not attached to a person, which can be good or bad, because sometimes we need to give. It's a very weird concept I'm circulating in my brain. This is about equal give and share, right? So sometimes we need to give to others, sometimes we need to give up to ourselves, and sometimes we need to allow ourselves to receive gifts from others or from ourselves. It's a very weird concept, and it does make sense in my head. Sorry if it doesn't make sense here. I like the Seven of Pentacles. Very abundant, very, very beautiful. This Eight of Pentacles, it's very dry, just like the Two of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, I like it. I really like it. I really appreciate it. And look at this snail here. It's, I don't know, it's about growth and abundance. The Ten of Pentacles uses this this meaning of the card in a very interesting way. It's about supporting others and giving to them and rising them. Right? I like it. This is a cute badger. And that's a very... I would have used this for something else, although it has the acorn here, the oak leaves. It's an interesting depiction of the Knight of Pentacles, because to me it says movement, and usually the Knight of Pentacles, it's not about movement, it's about caution and steadiness. This queen and this king. This queen should have been, is closer to what I think the Empress should have been, because I think she is gorgeous and I like her. And as I said, this is the King of Pentacles and has its back turned towards us. As I said, two queens facing us, two kings facing us, and their counterpart the other way around. It doesn't have a meaning, I would say. I couldn't find it, if you ask me. I'm still working on finding it, but it looks good. I like the opposition in the cards. The Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords. That's interesting. I like this, although I don't remember if there's a seashell or a pearl in the standard Two of Swords. Let's see if I can find it fast. It's I don't know what to make of this card. Where is it? Two of Swords. There's no seashell, but there's a sea. There's no pearl. There's no moon here, so that's very interesting. Okay, I'll have to think about it. It's about the power of choice. Maybe making the right choice will get you that pearl. I don't know. Again, a guidebook would have been useful. Three of Swords, I like this. I like this a lot. It's very detached, because usually it's either a person or an animal being stabbed, which is something a bit too extreme and violent for me. But this is very anatomical and clinical and very cold, so I can live with this. This Four of Swords makes no sense to me. Why is this person praying? I mean, it does make sense in the context of the original card. However, if you're a beginner and you haven't seen the traditional meaning, this doesn't make sense. It looks like you're praying to the swords, and it's, what is this? Let's see. Let me show you the original card, because I'm sure I'm not the only one having trouble with this. I do understand if you put them together, you can have that aha moment. But if you do this and you don't have this context, you don't see it. I didn't see it the first time. I was like, why is this person praying to the swords? Because it looks like they're praying to the swords, when in fact it's a resting energy and having the swords protect you. This is what's happening here. This is not what's happening here. This Five of Swords, it's a very interesting card. It's to me it's a combination of the Five and the Seven of Swords, but I can take this. It's not too bad. The Six of Swords, I like the concept. It's helping someone transition into something else, and this person is helping this child. The Seven of Swords, as I said, this is a better depiction of the Seven of Swords than the Five of Swords is of a regular Five of Swords. I'm not super happy about either of them though. The Eight of Swords, I've seen it. The swords and the bird being trapped in a cage, blah blah blah. I've seen it before. It's not bad. Could it be better? Yes, probably. Will this annoy me? No, definitely. The Nine of Swords, I've seen it in various forms in a similar manner. It's okay, it works for the card meaning, but I really like the Ten of Swords. It's such a punk energy attached to it, and when you're just done with everything, this is how you feel. Like, I'm done, I'm ready to move past it, I'm ready to finish this. I like this energy. The Page of Swords, a raven. Oh, symbols on the sword. I'm not really sure what they are. Maybe you know. I'm confused. The Knight of Swords. Very, very, very not necessarily angry, but hasty and urgent energy attached to this card, and I really like it. This queen and her king. Look at that. A queen as a butterfly, or maybe it's still a moth, I don't know, and her king with the back turned, just like the King of Pentacles. And lastly, the wands suit. I like the wands. I really enjoy them. I like this wand depicted like that. I like this Two of Wands with the world offered to you. I like the Three of Wands with the direction and the actioning on the plan. This Four of Wands talking about fulfillment, celebration, happiness, accomplishment, victory, triumph, all of that. Not necessarily marriage, which sometimes some cards is associated, like make the association between marriage and the Four of Wands. It depends on the rest of the reading, obviously. This Five of Wands, simple, to the point. I love it. Very pippish, just like the Five of Cups. Six of Wands, again with the victory, the crown. Seven of Wands, look at that, being attacked from all directions and still holding your ground. The bane of my existence, the Eight of Wands. This is a card I've always had trouble connecting with, and I've always had trouble connecting with and finding its meaning and finding its place in a reading. And I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do now? How am I gonna interpret this in a way that makes sense? The Nine of Wands. I like it because it's a very personal message. And look at the hand, it's bandaged and it's bruised and still surviving. I really like this. It's a very subtle message about persistence and resilience. I like it. And usually I really enjoy the Nine of Wands as a message. The Ten of Wands. Look at that, gathering all that pain and letting go of it. The Page of Wands, very reminiscent of the Page of Wands in the Rider-Waite, because I think that page has a snake going up the staff. This Knight of Wands I really like, with this flame here and looking for its purpose and meaning. The Queen with her cat, and the King. Does he have a lizard? Let me try and find it. No lizard from what I can see, but they're very beautiful together. Okay, so this is the deck. Let's see how it shuffles. I'm gonna try and shuffle it on my cloth. Yesterday I had some trouble doing that. Oh, today is a bit better, but not much better. Let's try and move this. So the cards are not really glossy, but not matte either. And they're very difficult to shuffle. And I think overhand would work the best. See? Okay. Oh, I really shuffled them. Look at that. Page of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Not too bad. Not too bad. I quite like the deck. I think it will be used in various ways. I'm not sure I can use it to read for other people because it feels very personal. Do I think it was a good idea to support this deck. Yes, I like it. I like the quality. The cards are nice, as you can see. And some people who are into that might edge the deck, or I would use a silver color if it was me, or a very dark gray, not black. I think the white is a bit too stark in comparison to the backs, but that's just me. I really like this deck. I think it's a good idea to have it to support a local business because, as I said, it was printed in the UK. The author is from the UK. I'm just mindful of my carbon footprint more than anything. It's just I prefer to buy secondhand decks because they get here faster, and the earth doesn't have to suffer for my whims. Also, I try to support artists directly as much as possible, and this was my first Kickstarter deck, and I'm super happy to get it. I think it will become one of my personal favorites. I really like the art, apart from a few cards which I have trouble connecting with, but that just means I need to work more to understand the deck, understand the cards, and understand my connection with them. That being said, would I recommend this for a total beginner? Probably, if you have seen the Rider-Waite deck before. Would I recommend it to a seasoned reader? Definitely, because I think any new interpretation of the cards, it just expands your knowledge and vocabulary in terms of what you can get from a card reading. Would I recommend reading for others with it? It depends. It depends a lot on what that person is. Maybe they just they're familiar with this deck, which is a nice deck at the end of the day. I'm never gonna stop using it. I think it's the best. It has the best tones in terms of colored Rider-Waite deck. This was bought in my black and white phase, so hence the Monochromatica deck, which I'm super happy I got in the end. It took me a while to get it, and it was definitely not my last Kickstarter deck, because I've already filmed the Lost Hallow walkthrough, and I think that's it. Yes, I'm gonna use it. Yes, I will recommend it to others, and maybe you'll see it in another video. That's all I have for you, Tarot Rebels, and please let me know if you liked this deck, if you liked this video. I would love to hear it from you in the comment section down below. And remember, if you want to get a reading with me, you can use the details in the description box down below and book one with me. Thank you so much for joining, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you like my channel, and if you like this video, it would mean a lot to me. Hope to see you in another video. Bye.